I talked about the research phase, and it's funny how in shooting this video I'm realizing that a lot of these phases actually blend together. So with the research phase, the next one comes the resource phase. So the resource phase, whenever you are looking to accomplish a dream, it's going to take resources. It's going to take time, it's going to take money, energy, it's going to take people, sometimes a team. You may need a travel agent if you're talking about a trip. You may want to plan the trip yourself if you are sort of into details. A lot of my trips I do use a travel agent. This particular trip I planned entirely myself. I wanted it to be a labor of love on my end, but it did take me a couple of years to do all of the planning, as far as booking all of the flights and really seeing what steps it would practically take to get me from the East Coast into, you know, the South Pacific. And I talked about that I thought I was going to be in Hawaii, which is also in the South Pacific. From my understanding, these islands are actually all Hawaii, Tahiti, and a number of other, like Bora Bora and a number of other islands, are all of course a part of the same island area in the South Pacific. However, Hawaii is of course a state in America, and Bora Bora and Tahiti uniquely are part of the French Polynesian islands. And so what's interesting about the resource phase is you just have to know you can't do everything by yourself, and you have to plan, you know, what am I going to use? Where am I going to get it from? How am I going to work to earn it? You know, how am I going to save for the trip? Or do I have children? Do I need to put them somewhere? Who else is going to come? I know for this trip, it was my birthday trip, so I wanted it to be a trip that just memorialized me entering into my 30s, and just to enter into my 30s in a way that sets the expectation of what I want to achieve and accomplish. And if you know me in general, and if you watch my YouTube page, then it's about how to live out your best life. And that's something that I didn't come up with randomly as the name of a page. It's literally something that I am fighting for in my own life, and that is just because life is so hard. I don't understand not fighting for what it is that you want out of it. And the best life definitely deals more so with yourself and what you see as a vision and what comes out of you. But if it's already going to be hard, in my mind, I'm just kind of like, I might as well live the life that I actually want and fight for that. And it is a fight. So the resource phase is probably more of the fight, because you're going to be tested when you're saving for, you know, this. When you're saving for that, and kind of, it's like, okay, is it really going to be worth it? And especially for me, the amount of time that it can kind of take to get everything together. And in time, we're talking years. Time is an important resource also. I was talking years, because I had to dream it up. It wasn't like something that was just kind of stuck in the back of my head. It sort of came as time approached this moment for me. So, you know, the resource phase is very, very important. I also think that the biggest hiccup in this phase is you can get weary in this phase. You can be like, you know what, I actually would rather choose something more temporary right now, and I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go do something else with it. Forget saving, forget you know, just waiting on the moment to come, forget my 30th birthday. You know, just in general, that's the biggest one. You can get weary, and you can also find yourself just dull and dead by the waiting. It's like you've researched it maybe to death, and so now you're like, I ain't even excited about going on the trip. So you have to also watch your excitement during the boring phases of kind of the resource phase. You're getting into the hard stuff at this point, but that's the third step, is finding what resources you want to allocate to the dream, and how long it's going to take is one of the bigger ones. And then also the money assigned to it is pretty big too.